Have you ever noticed how your mood changes after a heavy meal, or how a simple cup of tea can calm your nerves? Food doesn't just fill your stomach, it quietly rewires your emotions. Think about it. A sugary snack might give you a quick rush of energy, but minutes later you feel drained and irritable. On the other hand, a bowl of fresh fruit or a warm cup of herbal tea can leave you feeling lighter, calmer, and more focused. We often think of nutrition only in terms of calories, protein, or vitamins. But in reality, every bite you take is sending powerful signals to your brain. Your gut and your mind are in constant conversation through what scientists call the gut-brain axis. The bacteria in your gut can release chemicals that affect serotonin, dopamine, and other neurotransmitters, literally shaping how happy, anxious, or motivated you feel. So the real question is, if food has the power to fuel your mind, what choices are you making each day? In this video, we'll explore the fascinating link between nutrition and mental health and show you how changing your plate might just change your state of mind. The brain-gut connection. Scientists often call the gut our second brain, and for good reason. Hidden inside your digestive system is a vast network of neurons and trillions of microorganisms, all working together to influence how you feel, think, and respond to stress. This communication highway between your gut and brain is known as the gut-brain axis. Here's how it works. The gut is home to bacteria that produce and regulate key neurotransmitters, the very same chemicals that shape your mood and emotions. For example, around 90% of serotonin. The feel-good hormone is produced in the gut, not the brain. When your gut is healthy and well-nourished, it sends signals of calm and stability. But when it's imbalanced with too much processed food and too little fiber, it can trigger anxiety, irritability, or even depression. Think of your gut like a garden. If you plant it with fresh, nutrient-rich foods, fruits, vegetables, whole grains, fermented products, it flourishes and the healthy bacteria thrive. These bacteria then talk to your brain, helping regulate mood and energy. But if the garden is neglected and fed mostly with sugar and junk food, weeds take over, and the entire system suffers. This connection explains why your emotional state can shift so quickly after a meal. It's not just psychological, it's biological. By caring for your gut, you're essentially tuning the emotional radio of your brain, creating a clearer, calmer, and more positive frequency. Nutrients that shape the mind. If food is information for the brain, then nutrients are the messages that shape how you feel and think. Certain nutrients act almost like keys, unlocking pathways in the brain that regulate mood, memory, and resilience to stress. Let's look at some of the most powerful ones. Omega-3 fatty acids, found in salmon, sardines, chia seeds, and walnuts. These fats are like lubrication for the brain. They strengthen cell membranes and improve communication between neurons. Studies show omega-3s can reduce symptoms of depression and anxiety while boosting focus and emotional balance. Think of them as the oil that keeps your mental engine running smoothly. B vitamins, especially B6, B12, and folate. These nutrients are essential for producing neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin. When you're low on B vitamins, fatigue, irritability, and even brain fog can creep in. Sources include leafy greens, whole grains, eggs, and legumes. They're like the spark plugs that keep your brain firing consistently. Magnesium and zinc. These calming minerals act like brakes for the nervous system. Magnesium, found in nuts, seeds, and dark chocolate, helps regulate stress hormones and muscle relaxation. Zinc, abundant in pumpkin seeds and beans, supports neurotransmitter activity and protects against mood disorders. Antioxidants. Berries, dark chocolate, green tea, and colorful vegetables are packed with antioxidants that fight oxidative stress, the rust that damages brain cells over time. By protecting neurons, antioxidants keep your mind sharper and your mood steadier. Vitamin D, known as the sunshine vitamin, it not only strengthens bones but also influences mood. Low vitamin D levels are linked to depression and seasonal affective disorder. A little sunlight, fatty fish, or fortified foods can make a real difference. Together, these nutrients form a nutritional orchestra, each playing its part to create harmony in the brain. When you're dieting rich in these foods, your mind becomes more resilient, your mood steadier, and your focus sharper. The dark side of diet. While certain foods nourish and protect the mind, others slowly undermine it. A diet dominated by processed foods, refined sugar, and unhealthy fats doesn't just affect the waistline, it directly impacts the brain. Take refined sugar, for example. It delivers a quick burst of energy followed by a crash that leaves you irritable, tired, and craving more. Over time, this cycle contributes to mood swings, poor concentration, and even an increased risk of depression. Similarly, highly processed foods often lack essential nutrients and are loaded with additives that disrupt the delicate balance of the gut microbiome, weakening the communication between gut and brain. Excessive caffeine is another hidden culprit. While a morning cup of coffee can boost alertness, too much can overstimulate the nervous system, causing anxiety, restlessness, and difficulty sleeping. Poor sleep then worsens mood and reduces resilience to stress, creating a vicious cycle. Even common habits like consuming too much salt or alcohol can erode mental well-being. High-sodium diets may restrict blood flow to the brain, while alcohol, though relaxing in the short term, acts as a depressant when consumed in excess. The danger lies in how normal these choices have become. Fast food, energy drinks, and sugary snacks are everywhere. But what feels convenient in the moment may be costing you long-term mental clarity and stability. Understanding the dark side of diet isn't about guilt, it's about awareness. Once you see the impact, you can start making intentional swaps that protect both body and mind. Simple daily shifts. The good news is that protecting your mental health through nutrition doesn't require radical diets or complicated plans. Often it's the small, consistent shifts that make the biggest difference. Start with breakfast. Instead of a sugary pastry or skipping the meal altogether, try combining protein and whole grains, a bowl of oatmeal with nuts and berries, or eggs with whole wheat toast. This steadier release of energy helps balance mood and reduces mid-morning crashes. Add fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, kimchi, or sauerkraut to your diet. These nourish the gut microbiome, supporting the production of serotonin and other mood-regulating chemicals. Even a small daily serving can improve digestion and emotional resilience. Stay hydrated. Mild dehydration is often mistaken for anxiety or fatigue. Keeping a water bottle nearby and sipping throughout the day can lift both energy and mood. When stress hits, reach for smart snacks. Instead of candy or chips, a handful of walnuts, pumpkin seeds, or dark chocolate offers healthy fats, magnesium, and antioxidants that calm the nervous system while still satisfying cravings. Lastly, remember balance. It's not about eliminating every indulgence, but about creating a foundation of nourishing foods that consistently support brain health. Over time, these simple choices compound, leading to sharper focus, steadier moods, and greater resilience to life's challenges. Food is not just fuel for the body, it's information for the brain. Every meal you eat sends signals that can either strengthen your mental clarity or drain your emotional energy. Imagine your daily choices as tiny investments. Some add to your resilience, while others quietly chip away at your stability. The encouraging truth is that you don't need a perfect diet to feel better. You just need intentional steps, practiced consistently. So here's the reflection. What does your plate say about your state of mind? If you notice stress, fatigue, or low moods creeping in, perhaps the first place to look is your fork. Start small today, swap soda for water, add greens to your dinner, or try salmon instead of fried chicken. Each shift is like turning the dial toward balance and clarity. Now take action. Share this message with someone you care about, and let's reimagine food not just as nourishment, but as medicine for the mind.